Hello, 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 hello. I hope everybody is doing better than I am. I am exhausted. I have had a day, y'all. Ugh. So, hi, I'm Debbie. Welcome to my channel. We are watching the attempted honor killing trial, and we are behind, too behind, because I had a doctor's appointment this morning. It is my 2-year anniversary. I think I said 3 years the other day. It's my 2-year anniversary of my shoulder replacement. So I had that checkup and everything is above average. I'm doing very, very well. And while I was there, my surgeon's office called me, to schedule taking my port out that I had to get from my chemotherapy. They put that in there when I had cancer. So they called and that is scheduled for Monday. So they're like, you have to either go today or tomorrow for pre-op. And I'm like, well, I'm over here right now, so I'll go now. So it took the better part of the morning. So I am home now and I am ready to start us getting caught up. Now, Monday, I have surgery. So my intent is to stream in the afternoon, but you never know how you're going to feel after surgery and anesthesia, but it's just I am going to be under anesthesia, but it's just going to be, just like a little incision right here and, so I don't know. I might feel like streaming. I might feel like sleeping the rest of the day. But I love you guys and I thank you for your patience, and you guys said such kind words about, don't worry about it. Your health is more important, and so you guys are amazing as always. So, let's go ahead and start getting caught up on the honor killing attempted honor killing trial. Wait, that looks like the jury's coming in. Is there anything before that? Will they turn on the mics so we can hear if there's anything before that? No, apparently not. So aggravated with the mics in this trial. They know we're watching, right? I'm tempted to call and say, look, we're watching. We want to hear what's going on. Turn your mics on. Hey, Judy. Well, if they would. Why does it take so long for the jury to get in? Oh, and. Oh, is this Isaiah? Oh, well, we're going to be muted for a few minutes here because it's Isaiah. I lost my notepad. Oh, it's right here. I'm just a little bit frazzled, but I'll be okay. Honest, I will. Just found out I'm gonna have surgery 3 days before I'm gonna have it. But I'll be okay. Judge Christine Schaller was elected to the Thurston County Superior Court in 2012 and began her service in January 2013. Schaller received her undergraduate degree from St. Martin's College and her JD from the Gonzaga Law School. Gonzaga? What kind of name is Gonzaga? Gonzaga. Gonzaga. Gonzaga?
And 16, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And where did you live in terms of and is Timberline High School in Lacey, Washington?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your favorite subject in school?
This year it was history.
How come?
Mrs. Hardy's wearing a tie.
My teacher,
Who was that?
Mr. Thomas.
What did you have Mr. Thomas for? I mean, you said history, sorry, but when during the day did you have Mr. Thomas?
I had him first period.
First period?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of history? World history, U.S. history, something else?
I believe it was U.S. history.
U.S. history?
Yes, ma'am.
And what, when you start school, you said you're on summer break. When you start this fall, what year of school are you going to be in? What grade?
I'm gonna be a senior.
Okay. So in fall of 2024, does that mean you would just started your junior year of high school?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any friends at school, Isaiah?
Yeah, here and there.
Okay. Are you familiar with someone named Fatima Ali?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How do you know Fatima?
Through school.
Okay. Did you have any classes with Fatima?
Yes.
What classes did you have with Fatima?
Only had one with her for a short while. It was Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas's class.
Okay. So for the 2024 school year, the one that you just completed, you had that Mr. Thomas U.S. history class with her. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is she in the same grade as you, behind you, or ahead of you, or something else?
She was a senior.
She was a year ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
And would you describe yourselves, the two of you, as acquaintances, friends, or something else?
Along the lines of, dating.
Okay. And when did you meet Fatima originally? How long have you known Fatima?
For almost 2 years. I met her during my freshman year when she was a sophomore.
Gonzaga. Okay.
How about in September, October of 2024? How would you describe your relationship at that time?
Together. We were together.
You were together.
Yes.
And by together, do you mean dating?
Yes.
Okay. Did you tell your parents when you started dating or talking to Fatima, or at some point?
Yes.
And without describing any circumstances, did she ever meet your parents?
Yeah.
Do you remember when?
No, I don't remember when.
Okay. But she has met your parents at some point.
Yes.
Without describing any specific circumstances, have you ever seen or met her parents?
Yes.
Who have you met before?
I've met her mom and dad.
You've met her mom what?
And dad.
And dad?
Yes.
Okay. When, just in terms of timeline wise, when, if you recall, did you meet her mom?
At school. I don't remember the day, but it was at school.
Did you remember what, well, let me back up. Is that the most recent school year that just ended?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what season would that be? Fall, winter, spring, or summer of
Fall.
that year?
Fall.
Fall?
Yes.
What about any siblings? Have you ever met any of her siblings?
Yes.
And who did you meet for her siblings?
I met her sisters and her brothers.
And at the start of last year for school, in September of 2024, was Fatima still going to school with you?
Yes.
At some point, did that change?
Yes.
Do you recall when that changed? When abouts that changed?
Fall, more towards October.
Okay. Of 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
Did she talk to you about why that changed?
Yes.
At that time of it?
Yes.
Or later?
At the time.
Okay. Did she talk to you about it prior to it occurring or after she stopped coming to school?
Prior.
And then I'm going to ask you some questions about October 18th of 2024.
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
On the morning of Friday, October 18th, 2024, did you go to school?
Yes, ma'am.
And what time does school start?
7 o'clock.
I'm sorry?
Oh, 7:30, I'm sorry.
7:30?
Yes, ma'am.
What time does it end?
2 o'clock.
And previously you said you have Mr. Thomas for U.S. History. Does that start at 7:30?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that first semester in the fall of October 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anything unusual happen during class on that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Without repeating anything that anyone said to you, what happened in class on that day?
Mr. Thomas had seen Fatima because she came through the doorway.
Mr. Thomas said, you said Mr. Thomas had seen Fatima because she came through the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened next?
He had told me that she was outside.
And did you step outside?
Yes.
Okay. Did he call you out to come outside?
Yes.
And did you leave class when you were called?
Yes.
Where did you go when you left class?
Next to the door in the hallway.
Okay. And without repeating anything anyone said to you, what happened when you got there?
Fatima talked to me.
And how did Fatima appear to you? Meaning, how was she dressed? Did she have any items with her? How did she physically appear?
She looked kind of like tired, and she had her backpack.
She had her backpack.
Yes.
When you say she looked tired, what do you mean by that?
Like she didn't get like any sleep.
Okay. And what did Mr. Thomas do?
He gave her some food.
When you say he gave her some food, food like what?
Some applesauce, some crackers.
Okay. And where did he go?
Back into the classroom.
Okay. And what happened next?
He told me to go back into the classroom, and she went downstairs.
Okay. So you went back into the classroom. Did Mr. Thomas talk to Fatima?
For a little bit, not too long, just
Okay.
a brief, quick second. Yeah.
And you talked to Fatima for a minute?
Yes, ma'am.
How long would you say you talked to Fatima for?
Probably like 5 to 6 minutes.
Okay. Did she explain to you, again, without repeating anything she said, did she explain to you why she was there?
Yes.
Okay. And did she explain to you what was going on?
Yes.
And then you said you went back to class and you saw Fatima head which direction?
Down the hall, towards like the stairs, going downstairs.
What's downstairs in the school?
The counseling center, the office.
Do you know who the counselors are at your school?
Some
are
of
they?
them. I don't know them by like heart, but I know there's Miss Robinson. There's yeah, that's what I know.
Miss
I don't
Robinson is
yeah, I
the
don't
one you-
remember the others. I'm sorry.
That's okay. How many counselors do you know?
Only mine and Miss Robinson and Miss Johnson, I believe.
Okay. So are there 3 counselors?
Yes.
So there's Miss Johnson, Miss Robinson, and then you said mine. Is there a 3rd counselor and you just don't remember her name or his name?
Yes, I don't remember.
Okay, that's okay. And did you see Fatima again at all that day?
Yes.
And about when did you see her?
4th period.
And what do you have during 4th period?
Math.
Who's that with?
Miss Diepa.
Miss Diepa? Where did you see Fatima? Meaning, did she come to Miss Diepa's class like you described with Mr. Thomas's class, or did you see her somewhere else in the school?
I had stepped out to blow my nose, and she was walking with her counselor down the hall.
Do you remember which counselor she was walking with?
I believe, I don't know if it was her counselor or it, I don't know. Yeah, just a counselor.
You just remember that it was a counselor?
Yes.
Okay. And where was she walking towards? Which direction was she walking towards?
She was walking towards the back of the school to the portables.
I'm sorry?
Walking like towards the portables. She was heading towards a portable.
Towards the portables?
Yes, ma'am.
Does your school have portable buildings at the school?
Yes, ma'am.
What are in the portables? Are those separate classrooms?
They
Are they
can be.
offices, or are they something else?
They could be classrooms or offices.
Isaiah, I'm gonna ask if you can get just a little bit closer to that
Yes, ma'am.
microphone, if you don't mind. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I know it feels, probably feels not normal to talk into a microphone.
Or
But like I said, you're very soft-spoken, and I
Mhm.
don't want you to have to repeat everything, okay?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you said towards the portables, and those can be offices or classrooms, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
What time does 4th period start?
11:30. No, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
10, no, 11, 11:05.
11:05?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long are your classes? How long is a regular class?
50 to 55 minutes.
50 to 55 minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So is it fair to say then 4th period ended somewhere around noon or thereabouts, 11:55 or 12?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when you saw her during 4th period, when you were out blowing your nose, did you talk to her at that time?
Yes.
And again, without relaying anything that was said to you, can you describe that interaction?
Very brief, very quick.
And when you say very quick, less than 5 minutes, less
Yes.
than a minute, less than an hour, what does that look like?
Less than like 2 minutes.
Okay. And then where'd you go?
Back to class.
And how did she seem when you saw her at that time?
Happier.
Okay. And did you see her again at any other point during the day?
Yes, at the end of the day.
Okay. And you previously said school lets out at about 2 o'clock, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you get to and from school?
I take the bus. I used to take the city bus.
You used to take the city bus?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you saw her at the end of that day, where did you see her?
Next to the front doors.
Was she with anyone?
Yes, she was with another counselor.
Okay. Do you remember which counselor that was?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And where was she, when you say you saw her by the front doors and she was with another counselor, can you describe what that looked like? Meaning, were they on their way out? Were they on their way in?
They were kind of like, wait, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. You're doing okay. So remember that because we have a court reporter, only one of us can talk at a time because she can only type one person speaking at a time, okay? So when you saw her, does that mean, was she leaving? Was she coming in with the counselor or doing something else? How did that appear to you?
She was waiting for me.
She looked like she was waiting.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
A little bit of both. I was trying to find her and I didn't know where she was.
Did you have a way of communicating with her throughout the day, like phone or something?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And did she have any items with her at that time when you saw her?
I believe so, the same items. Oh, yeah, with the mask. She also had a mask.
Okay. Do you recall if she had any additional bags with her?
Not that I remember.
Okay. So what happens then when you see her at those front doors with the counselor? What happens next?
She tells us to be safe and we start walking towards the bus stop.
Okay. And did any of those counselors or school officials come with you all the way to the bus stop?
No, ma'am.
So it was you and Fatima, is that right?
Yes.
And what happened next?
We got to the bus stop sign and we seen her father's truck.
Okay. And when do you first see her father's truck, if you remember?
I'm not sure if it was or wasn't at first, but when we walked by, it was parked next to the sidewalk,
And,
like where we were walking on the path.
okay. Well, let me show you a couple pictures. Can I first, please, John?
You may.
This though is just indicating it's really hard to hear you, so I'm gonna keep asking you to
Yes,
speak
ma'am,
up.
absolutely.
You're doing okay. I'm gonna show you what's been previously admitted as States Exhibits 1 and 2. I'm gonna ask you to look at those silently to yourself, and then look up at me when you're done, okay?
All of these kids have been so polite. I can't imagine any of these kids being bad kids. They've been so respectful.
Okay, do you recognize what I've handed you there, Isaiah?
Yes, ma'am.
What are those?
Pictures of the school
Pictures of the school?
and the sidewalk, yes.
Okay. Do those appear to be a true and accurate representation of that area as it appeared to you on October 18, 2024? Meaning, are those accurate pictures of your school and the parking lot sidewalk?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to take them back. May I have Chona?
You may.
Permission to publish on it?
Yes.
So Isaiah, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you to look at this and describe, as you're looking at this as a rectangle, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
When you are talking about this rectangle and you're identifying a location on the rectangle, try and identify where within that rectangle you're pointing. Does that make sense? So if we're talking about like a crop of trees in the top right-hand corner and you're trying to point something out about that,
Yes, ma'am.
indicate that you're looking at the top right-hand corner of the photograph and then describe the item. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what are we looking at in States Exhibit 1?
The Timberline High School.
Okay, and where is Timberline High School? I know that this sounds obvious, but where in that photograph is Timberline High School identified?
Mullen Road.
I'm sorry?
Mullen Road.
Okay, so Mullen Road is the road that's going essentially left to right diagonally across that photo from just above mid-center on the left-hand side to the center at the bottom of the photo. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And is Timberline High School then the building that is essentially identified through the middle of that photograph towards the top?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there a parking lot associated with that?
Yes, ma'am.
What parking lot is that?
Timberline High School parking lot.
Who parks in that parking lot that is identified at the center of the photograph towards the bottom?
Can you rephrase?
Sure. Is that a student parking lot?
Yes.
Is that a parent parking lot or something else?
It's a student parking lot.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been.
When you answer, if you can be closer to the microphone, I think that that'd be helpful, okay?
Absolutely.
So go ahead and scoot up even closer. So almost like you're talking on top of it.
Right.
And you can move the microphone around also.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, there we go. Did you hear the difference?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to show you what's been admitted as State's Exhibit 2. And looking at State's Exhibit 2, do you recognize what's in this photograph, Isaiah? I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Give it a second to. There it goes.
My
what are we
nutritionist says
looking
that
at
all
in
the
this
time. It drives
photograph?
me crazy.
The parking lot.
Okay. So a minute ago, you testified that you guys exited the school, and you came out the front doors, and then you thought you saw Dad's truck while you were walking down the sidewalk.
Yes.
Where are you referring to on this photograph?
But I have a habit of saying, do you know what I mean? And I'll say it, oversay it, and it drives I drive myself crazy. I got to get out of the habit of saying that. But I do that all the time.
In the left corner, next to the bus stop, I think. I can't really like tell.
There we go. Okay. May I, Patrona?
Yes.
I'm going to give you this. Push the button here. Do you see the cursor up top?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Go ahead and point with the cursor. It takes a second for it to pick it up, and it's a little touchy. So what sidewalk, when you indicate you left the school and you started heading towards the bus stop, what path did you take?
I was taking this path right here, and I saw the truck right here.
Okay. So on terms of this photograph, you're just to the left of center. There is a road and some crosswalks essentially that cut almost directly down vertically on that photograph. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you've indicated of the essentially 3 crosswalk dash lines or sections on that, it was next to the second set of dash lines, right about in the middle of that page just to the left. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so you thought you saw it there. I'm going to go ahead. You can put that down. Thank you. So you thought you saw Dad's truck there. What does Dad's truck look like?
I heard it was silver and gray.
So did you believe it was silver and gray at the time? Or silver or gray at the time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you have to walk past the truck in order to get to the bus stop?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you consider going back to the school when you saw the truck?
I was unsure until it pulled up.
Okay. So when you say you were unsure, were you unsure that it was for sure the truck versus unsure about going back to the school or something else?
I was unsure if it was like a student's truck, like it could be a student's car.
Okay. So you thought you saw the truck, but you weren't sure for certain that was Dad's truck?
Right.
Okay. So did you keep going to the bus stop?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to have you, now that you're not looking at the picture, kind of reposition that microphone again so it's a little bit closer to you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
And where is that bus stop in relation to the school?
Next, like in front of the school on the side.
And were there other students who used that bus stop?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened next when you got to the bus stop?
We waited for a second, and then the car moved and pulled up. And then, I asked Noah, my friend, if there was if somebody was coming out of the car, and he said yes.
And was Noah your friend at the bus stop as well?
Yes.
May I republish number 2, please, Your Honor?
You may.
It's number 2. Isaiah, when you say you saw the truck move from the location about where the cursor is right now, that's where you had ended before, first of all, where's the bus stop on this map?
At the bottom left.
Okay, is that where the little blue icon is?
Yes.
Okay. And where did you see the truck move to? And go ahead and use the cursor again to indicate where you thought you watched the truck move to. Whereabouts?
I seen it move closer to the bus stop,
Okay.
in front of the bus stop.
And so are you talking, I'm going to use my finger, are you talking in this set of stalls down here?
Yes, ma'am.
Or over here?
More towards right there, yes.
Okay. So somewhere in this section on what I would say is the bottom left-hand corner set of stalls of that photograph. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Facing Mullen Road, parallel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. When, so you told Noah, he said yes, that someone was coming out of it. Did you tell Fatima?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see, at some point, did you see if the dad was coming out?
Yes. I peeked.
You peeked?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
We were next to the Timberline sign waiting for the bus. And we were kind of next to it, behind it, so I kind of peeked over.
And then when you saw him, did you stay at the sign or did you move?
We moved closer to the bus stop.
And when you say you moved closer to the bus stop, what does that mean to you?
We moved a little bit waiting for the bus, to see if it was here, but we didn't move a whole bunch.
Okay. Is there a bus stop sign, like a route sign that sticks up at that stop?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you move closer to that sign or farther away from that sign?
Closer to the sign.
And did you tell Fatima that you had seen her dad?
Yes.
And what was her response? Without repeating anything she said, what was her response?
I don't remember her response.
Okay.
Taking a bath, getting lots of licks today.
And at some point, did the both of you see Fatima's dad?
Yes.
Okay. And what was her response when she saw Fatima's dad, or when she saw her dad?
She started shaking and getting scared.
And when you say scared, what does scared look like to you?
Shaking. She was shaking.
Okay. And at this point, you've known Fatima for 2 years? A year and a half?
Yes, ma'am.
Somewhere around there? So what happens next? Does dad approach you?
Not me, but he approaches Fatima and they have a conversation in their language.
They had a conversation in another language?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how would you describe the volume of that conversation?
I would say it was kind of soft at first, but as she kept backing away, you could hear him getting more upset.
How did she look during this conversation?
She looked frightened. She didn't know what to do. She just kept stepping back.
Was he backing up from her, following her, staying stationary, or something else?
Following her.
And what are you doing while this conversation is going on between Fatima and her dad?
I'm kind of on the side of them while they're talking, in between me basically, but I'm on the side. So they're having a conversation and I'm just right here.
next to her?
Yes.
Okay. Are you comforting her in any way?
Yes, I'm rubbing her back
Why were you doing that?
because I knew how she felt.
Had she talked to you about how she felt?
Yes.
Did you notice any response from her dad as to your contact or your presence?
Uh, I think they were just talking back and forth. I didn't know what they were saying. So.
Okay. Did he say anything to you?
I don't. I don't think so.
Okay. Did he say anything to you in English?
Not. I don't remember if he did.
Okay. What happens next?
We're walking closer to the bus stop, and like he starts to get more aggressive, and we see the bus, so we like I try to like, push her a little bit so we could get ready to go, and then he grabs her, and I look back up at him, and then he punches me, and then for a second I don't know what happened for a second, and then I seen him like grab her, and they had got to the ground, and I had came over.
Let me interrupt you for a second, okay? When you say he grabbed her initially, as you indicated that the bus is coming, where did he grab her, if you remember?
He grabbed her shoulder.
Her shoulder?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you do when you saw him grab her shoulder?
I tried to push them away from each other.
Okay. And what did that look like?
I tried to like push her away.
Push her away?
Yeah.
And how did you do that?
I tried to grab his arm and grab her like shoulder so I could like try to separate them.
Okay. And what happened when you did that?
He punched me
Where did he punch you?
on the side of my face,
Do you remember which side of your face?
my left side.
Okay. And can you just point to where he punched you? And you're pointing to the left side by your temple next to your eyebrow, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he
Okay.
punch him twice
And when you say he punched
or
you,
once?
I just want to make sure we're using the same, everyone understands what you mean. Is that with an open hand, closed fist, or something else?
Closed fist.
Okay. And what happened when he punched you? Did you stay there or go somewhere else?
I think like I flew back a little bit. And I like thought I had to recollect myself and like look at myself like that just happened to like assure me like that just happened, So
Mm-hmm. And so you said you had to recollect yourself. Is Fatima's dad bigger than you, smaller than you, same size as you, or something else?
bigger than me.
Did you end up with any injuries as a result of that punch?
Maybe a little headache.
Okay. Did you have any abrasions, like scrapes, scratches? Oh my goodness. Scrapes, scratches, bruising, swelling, or anything like that that you remember?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Why, Isaiah, he's her parent and he's bigger than you, why didn't you just let him take her home?
Because he didn't want to take her home.
And so you didn't believe he wanted to take her home?
No.
Okay. What is Fatima doing during this?
Not much of anything. She's just like scared. And like she's just scared, like backing up more, not wanting to be next to him.
So I'm going to ask you to lean in a bit more.
Yes, ma'am.
That's okay. Do you hear the difference when you're talking almost right on top of it versus when you lean back?
Yes.
Okay. So you said she was scared and she was backing up more. Was she, when he grabbed her, was she trying to go with him?
No.
Okay. So you said her dad punches you. What happens after her dad punches you?
I kind of like see him grab her and like take her to the ground, like almost like
Okay, what does that look like when you say you see him grab her and take her to the ground? Does he make it all the way to the ground, or is he on his way to the ground?
um
If you remember.
he's on his way to the ground.
Okay. And what do you mean by he grabs her? What does that look like?
He kind of like spun her around in a way because she didn't want to go with him, and he like grabbed her and put her in a headlock.
Put her in a headlock?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
What does a headlock mean to you? When you say a headlock, what does that look like?
Um, like just strangling her, just having her, like having his hands around her throat,
Okay.
his
And
forearms.
you're saying hands, make sure the record,
Her-
excuse me, do you mean his hands or his arms were around her neck?
his arms.
Okay. What happens next? What do you do next?
Um, I try to get to them.
You try
Yeah.
and get to them?
Yes.
And what does that look like?
Like as they're going to like as they're going to the ground, like I get there, and then I'm on the ground with them.
And is he in front of her? Is he behind her? Something else?
In my vision, he was on his side, and she was in front of him.
Okay. And then what happens?
I start punching him as he's choking her, and other people around me are trying to get him. Get him off of her.
What, if anything, is he saying to you or anyone else during this?
Um,
If you remember, if anything.
I don't remember.
Do you remember him saying anything?
No, ma'am.
And you're shaking your head, is that a no?
I said no, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay. What, if anything, is Fatima saying to you or anyone else during this?
And nothing.
Nothing?
She can't speak.
And when you say she can't speak, what do you mean by that?
Like she's
I'm gonna sustain us to form of the question.
When you say she can't speak, what are you seeing that makes you think she can't speak?
she's gasping for air, trying to grab his hands off of her throat.
You said she's gasping for air and trying to grab his hands off of her throat?
Yes, ma'am.
And I just want to clarify, I think you said grabbing his hands off of her throat. Are his hands on her throat or his arms?
His arms.
Okay. How would you describe Fatima's dad's demeanor during this? Meaning, what did he look like to you? Did he look like it was relaxed, happy, sad, mad, something else? How did he appear to you?
He looked angry.
He looked angry? And you said you ended up on the ground with them, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you indicated you were punching him, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you punching him?
In the top of his head, on the side of his face,
Okay. Why are you doing that?
to get him unconscious, to get him off of her.
Was that successful? Did that work?
Yes, ma'am.
He let her go because of your punching?
Yes, ma'am.
Because of your punching or because of other people?
Because of my punching.
What's your objection, Mr. Kading?
Asked and answered.
Overruled.
Did Fatima's dad hold on to Fatima while you were punching him?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what's he doing while you're punching him?
Still choking her.
You're gonna have to speak up, I'm sorry.
Still choking her.
He's still choking her. And you said other students were there. Do you remember who those other students were?
Um,
Okay. Do you remember if any adults showed up?
Yes. The bus driver had showed up.
Okay, you remember the bus driver.
Yes, ma'am.
What is he doing?
He's looking at the situation and trying to see what's going on, but he, I mean, he looked. I don't know. Wait, I'm sorry.
That's okay. You said you don't know what he was doing?
Yeah,
You don't
he just
know what?
looked kind of in a way. Like he looked at what was going on, but he had to get back to the bus. So
Okay. And how would you describe the environment? What's going on? Are the kids
It's
being
chaotic.
quiet? Is there something else?
it's kind of like chaotic. Like everybody's screaming. Everybody's in shock.
And what are people screaming?
Call 911 or like to get off of her.
Call 911 and to get off of her?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
What were the adults doing when they showed up?
When I seen the bus driver, he didn't like. I didn't see him do much. Like he looked at the situation. I don't really remember.
You don't remember. Do you remember if any other adults showed up on scene?
I think so. Like at the end, like the end of the choking.
Okay. Do you remember what that individual looked like?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Did Fatima's dad, if you remember, have anything else wrapped around Fatima besides arms, if you remember?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I remember. He didn't have anything but his arms wrapped around her.
Okay. When you said people were yelling to call 911 and get off of her, was Fatima's dad responding to anyone who was telling him that?
No, ma'am. He stayed quiet.
He what?
He stayed quiet.
He stayed quiet. Did he release her based on what anyone was telling him?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And throughout this time, are his arms still on her neck?
Yes, ma'am.
During this time, could you see Fatima?
A little bit, yes.
Okay. And how did Fatima appear to you?
Her face was looking like pale, and her eyes were starting to roll back.
Her eyes were rolling back.
Yes, ma'am.
And when you say they're rolling back, what do you mean by that?
They were rolling back, and
Do you want to take a break?
I'm gonna ask the bailiffs to come forward. We're gonna take about a 10-minute recess.
Wow. Giving me my little picture so I can see what's going on. I want to zoom, but I can't see to zoom it. Well, I don't know where we are.
grabbed me at the end.
She tried to get back to the school. What happens? What does this look like?
Well, once I see them coming up, her mother is like screaming and crying, and
Everyone heard you. You said at first she was trying to fight it, and then did you use the word frizzed out? Is that what did you see? You described her as being pale, her eyes like rolling up in her head. Anything else that she appeared to you?
at first she was trying to fight it, and then she kind of just like her arms kind of just frizzed out a little bit, and then she just like went limp.
So to make sure, because I want to make sure that everyone heard you. You said at first she was trying to fight it, and then did you use the word frizzed out? Is that how you described it?
Yeah, like it was like her arms were like moving around for a second.
So she was trying to fight it, then she frizzed out, her arms were moving around for like a second, and then you said she just went limp.
Yes, ma'am.
When she went limp, were her dad's arms still around her neck?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is everyone else doing at this point while she is limp?
Freaking out.
They're freaking out?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember if any of the adults are there at that point?
No, ma'am.
No, you don't remember? Okay,
Just need a verbal response to the
No,
last
ma'am.
one.
thank you. And at some point then, once adults arrived, was the crowd or adults able to get her loose?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened when they were trying to release her? What happened next, as you remember?
I just kept punching him, and then I saw his eyes go closed and his grip released, and whoever came in pulled like the rest of his arms off of her, and she was able to get free.
Okay. And what happens when, so you said the adults there, she's released, and what happens when she's released?
Once I seen her get up, she was very concussed. She didn't know what was going on. I tried to like get her so I could lead her so we could like to the school so we could get somewhere safe.
And did she get right up then from being released by her dad, or being made to be released by her dad? Did she get up right up and you guys go to the school? Or what did that look like?
No, ma'am. It was more or less like she was on the ground and then she got herself up with my help. And then we were gonna walk back to the school, but her mom and sister showed up.
Okay. And so you next remember then seeing mom and sister as you're trying to get back to the school. What happens? What does this look like?
Well, once I see them coming up, her mother is like screaming and crying, and she grabs Fatima like around her throat area, and like is sobbing, and we're like, me and Zayla like we were confused on why she was doing that after what happened, and then like me, Fatima, like pushed, like tried to get her off, and then we all like they both fell to the ground,
And
and
I'm going to stop you for a second. They both, who both?
Fatima and her mom,
Okay. And then what happens?
and then she was still screaming and crying, and like her arms were still like kind of on her like throat and chest area.
And do you remember if you saw Fatima's mom? Well, first of all, you've met Fatima's mom before, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said, I believe, her mom and sister, who is her sister?
Yeah, Haneen.
Okay. Had you met Haneen before?
Yes,
And so do you recognize Haneen when you see Haneen?
absolutely.
Okay. And do you remember how they were dressed that day? Meaning, do you remember what Haneen was wearing versus what Fatima's mom was wearing?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was Mrs. Ali wearing versus Haneen?
It was like her mom was wearing like an orange brown type of dress, and Haneen was wearing like all black with a black coat and a blue hijab.
And do you say a dress or a headdress?
What? I think it was just a dress. I'm not sure.
You remember her being in a dress?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then was Haneen in a dress or in pants then?
I believe it was pants.
Believe pants.
Yes, ma'am.
And when is the first time that you remember seeing Fatima's mom and sister?
When Fatima got free, they rushed over.
Okay. And that's the first time you remember seeing them?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember if Fatima's mom or sister ever struck or made contact with you?
Yes.
Who?
I believe it was both.
Do you remember specifically if her mom made contact with you?
Yes, he tried to grab me at the end.
She tried to grab you at the end?
Yes.
And you said you've previously met Mrs. Ali, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
So she knows who you are.
Yes, ma'am.
Did Fatima speak with you in like her normal voice or anything like that that you remember while her mom had her around the throat?
No, other than I can't breathe. And I believe that like she was still in shock and that
Okay.
like feeling someone's arms around her neck was
So when you say I can't, she said no, something like I can't breathe. Was it in her normal voice, a different voice, or is that an assumption or something you heard, or what does that sound like?
it was more like she scratched it out of her throat, like it was like a cough almost, like it was like she couldn't really make it out.
And was that when she was standing up when you previously described, or down on the ground with her mom?
Down on the ground with her mom.
And what was Fatima's demeanor like once she is released from her dad and released from her mom and her sister? How does she appear to you?
Well, once we got free of them, like she just took off running to the school. Like I had to look back and then she was already like trying to get away.
And how did she appear?
Very like she was heartbroken for sure. Scared.
Okay.
She wanted to get away.
And what happens next? You start running for the school, and then what happens?
Her mom was low-key like chasing behind us.
Did you say her mom was like low-key chasing behind you?
I apologize. Yes,
That's
ma'am.
okay. What does that mean to you?
She was close to us for a second, and then we started to run faster
And so you ran faster, and where did you go?
to the school.
And who was running in front?
Fatima.
So were you following Fatima to the school?
More or less running alongside her, yes.
And where did she go?
We went straight to the office,
Why did you go to the office?
because we knew we could get help and be safe.
And did you see her mom during this period?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Who, if anyone, did you talk to in the school when you got there?
One of the counselor that we seen at the door.
The counselor you'd seen at the door?
Yes, ma'am.
And where did you go? Did you stay there in the office or did you go somewhere else?
We went somewhere else.
Where else did you go?
We went to the a room in a room in the office. I'm
A
sorry.
room in the office?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what happened next?
We were both in shock. The teachers were trying to figure out what was going on, and they were just checking us out, helping us get like water or like an ice pack.
And did police come?
Yes.
And when did the police come?
Maybe like 5 to 7 minutes afterwards.
So pretty close in time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you give a statement to police?
I'm not
Meaning,
sure.
did you talk to police?
Yes.
Did you talk to them then, later, with parents or without parents?
Without parents.
Okay. And did you get checked out by medical staff?
I think so, yes.
Okay. Did your parents come to the school?
Yes.
Okay. And then at some point, did you go to the hospital?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you call your parents?
I called my mom, yes. She was calling me before when it was going down.
Do you remember if you had photos taken of you at the time of these events?
I believe so.
Okay. Do you remember having photos taken?
More or less Fatima, not me.
Okay, you remember Fatima having photos, but you don't remember if you did.
Right.
Well, I was late. I'm sorry. Stuff happened.
Hey, Coach Runner.
You may.
Isaiah, I'm going to show you what's been admitted as States Exhibits 39 through 51. I'm going to ask you to look at those silently to yourself for a moment, and then look up at me when you're done, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Isaiah, do you recognize what I've handed you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what are those?
Pictures
Pictures of who?
of me.
Okay. And when you look at those pictures, are those pictures from October 18th of 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know that they're of that day?
Because I was wearing the same outfit.
Okay. Do you remember having those photographs taken now as you look at them, or do you still not remember those photos?
Yes, I remember.
Okay. And do those appear to be a true and accurate representation of how those injuries appeared to you at the time of these events?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I'll take them back to me. May I, Coach Runner?
You may.
Isaiah, do you remember who took those photos?
No, but I believe it was an officer.
Okay. And you just didn't recall that before?
Yes, ma'am.
Isaiah, have
That's
you
crazy.
looked at any videos associated
No
with this
wonder
case?
nobody's here.
Do you remember seeing any of the school videos floating around?
I mean,
meaning,
I don't mean that nobody's
any
here. You
videos
did-
that
there
any
are
of
guys.
your
I'm
peers
sorry.
or students, other students would have taken.
Yes, ma'am.
There are people here. Thank you for being here. I didn't mean it like that. I'm so sorry. I did not mean it like that. I appreciate every single one of you that are here. I just meant my usual chatty Cathys in the chat are not here. That is what I meant. I appreciate all of my lurkers. You are welcome to keep lurking. I did not mean that. The way it sounded, I'm so sorry.
And whose did you see?
I see.
Your Honor, permission to publish States Exhibit 61?
You may.
Okay, starting with States Exhibit 61, what's already been admitted. I'm going to play it for a moment and then hit pause and ask if you can identify some people in it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Isaiah, do you see yourself anywhere in this video?
Yes, ma'am.
And where do you see yourself?
Punching Fatima's father.
Can you
I'm proud of these
identify,
kids.
Where you are in terms of this photograph itself?
Neck.
Sorry, the video, it's not a photograph.
On the ground next to them.
Okay. Are you in the top half of the video? Second person in from the left, or excuse me, from the right side of that still, where we're paused, right at 1 second?
Yes, ma'am. I am on the right.
Okay. And where is Fatima in this video?
Underneath her father.
Okay. Starting again. I hit pause. Who is that dragging? Do you know? We're paused now at 5 seconds in.
His name.
Fatima, when he drug him.
No, ma'am.
Okay. And who was the walked up in the orange vest?
The bus driver.
Okay. Have you, Your Honor, permission to play State's Exhibit 34?
You may.
And starting this video at 2:12:52, and I'm going to ask you some questions, okay?
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
indicate the view that you are publishing, please?
Yes, Your Honor, this is the road video, the road view of the video. I want to back, I've stopped it at 2:13:22. I want to back up just a couple of seconds. At 2, I'm going to hit play again and then hit pause. And so we stopped at 2:13:19. I know that there's a individual in white and you all are moving. What's happening during this portion of the video?
That's when he first grabbed her. We seen the bus coming, and he started grabbing her, pulling her away. I tried to pull.
Are we starting it at 2:13:19? And what just happened at pause at 2:13:23? What just happened in the video?
He sucker punched me.
Okay, and who is currently pictured on the right-hand side, lower right corner of that video?
Fatima and her father.
Okay. Restarting it at 2:13:23. And hitting pause. As you're running up on
Can
them,
you
what?
indicate the pause time?
Yes, Your Honor. 2:13:26. As you're running up on them, what have you observed at that point? Why are you running up on them?
Because he had her and he just punched me. So,
Did you have any concerns for her?
yes.
Restarting it at 2:13:26. And I pause it at 2:13:58. I'm gonna back up about 10 seconds. Do you see the individual that's just come across into the frame and is heading towards the incident?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember seeing him? He's standing on the sidewalk in this photograph at 2:13:58. Do you remember seeing him at the time?
No, ma'am. I believe I was still punching him.
Okay. I'm gonna back the video up just a moment. I'm gonna ask you to watch the right-hand side of the screen here by the tree, the very far right of that frame, and see if you recognize anyone entering the frame in the next 10 seconds.
And what time did you move it back to?
2:13:55. Did you see anyone come in on the right-hand side of that screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Who did you see come in? Okay. So Fatima's mother is on scene while these events are still going on. Is that fair?
Yes, ma'am.
And I've restarted it at that same time. So I've paused it at 2:14:55. I want to go back about 5 seconds
Yes, ma'am.
and tell me if you can see where Fatima is and what Fatima is doing. Actually, I've got it at 2:14:52. Do you see where Fatima is in that video?
No, ma'am.
Do you know who is on the ground here?
Yes,
Where the
ma'am.
right cursor is. Who is that?
I think it's her mom, Fatima's mom.
Okay, and is Fatima with her on the ground?
Yes.
Whose arms are reaching out to you?
I think it's Fatima. I'm not sure.
Do you remember Fatima's mom reaching out to you?
No, I don't think so.
Restarted at that same time, 2:14:55. I paused it at 2:15:08. Where did you go from standing up in this video?
I went down to get Fatima.
Okay, so Fatima was on the ground and you were trying to help Fatima.
Yes, ma'am.
Restarted at 2:15:08. I paused it at 2:15:23. What is happening on the right side of this video, just past the trees and essentially behind where Dad is laying down on the ground? What's going on in this time period of the video?
Fatima's mom and sister tried to get at her.
Is that when you were describing the tussle happening before you ran off to the school?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Restarting it at 2:15:23. I pause it at 2:15:35. Right behind the trees, do you see the woman in the red skirt?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a group of people with that woman in the red skirt?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember who moved behind the trees when the woman with the red skirt was there?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you remember the woman in the red skirt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. When you had the tussle with Fatima's mom and Fatima's sister, do you remember moving behind the trees?
No, ma'am.
Okay. We're at 2:15:35, restarting. Okay, and I've stopped it at 2:15:53. Are you gone, you and Fatima gone by this point in the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Isaiah, I have no further questions for you at this time. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Mr. Kading, cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Morning, or afternoon, Isaiah.
Afternoon.
So a couple of things I wanted to clarify with you.
Yes, sir.
You've talked to the police previous in this case.
Yes, sir.
Gave a statement. Now, you originally said when you were talking to the police that when you got punched, you weren't sure what happened because things went black. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you told them you thought you had been knocked to the ground.
No, sir.
You didn't say that?
No, sir.
Okay. So if someone said that you had said that, that would be incorrect.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, you also said you weren't quite sure, and your testimony today was you didn't quite know how Fatima and her dad went to the ground, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this was shortly after you had just been punched in the face, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, at that point when you got punched, were you angry at that point?
Angry and scared. Yes, sir.
Okay. And so at that point then, you decided to run towards Fatima and her father, right?
Yes, sir.
And as you ran towards them and got close to them, you kind of jumped off the ground and you punched Mr. Ali, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And as you punched him then, the three of you fell down, right?
Fatima was already falling towards the ground.
Okay. I'm going to show you a photograph. Let's see if I can find it here. Your Honor, if I may approach.
You may.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as exhibit number 502. Take a look at that. It's kind of a still photo of one of the shots we just watched from the bus video. Okay? Do you recognize yourself there in the Nike backpack?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you see that you have your right arm raised as if to punch,
Yes, sir.
right? And then right in front of you is Mr. Ali and Fatima, and they are both actually on their feet at that point, aren't they?
Yeah, it looks like they finished slip and fall on the ground. Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the one or 2 seconds around that photo, though, they're still on their feet, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And it's only after you come at them and punch Mr. Ali that they fall to the ground,
Okay.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Now let's talk a minute, a little bit earlier than that. When you were at the bus stop and you saw her father's car, you were walking out with Fatima, right?
Yes, sir.
And Noah was with you?
No, sir. He was at the bus stop already.
He was already there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you remember speaking to me in May?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we talked about what was going on there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you told me at that point, you said that you told Noah to quote, "Be prepared." Right?
More or less Fatima. I said that to Fatima.
Okay. So you're saying Noah wasn't even around when you said that?
No, I was saying that I told Fatima that, not Noah.
Okay. Be prepared. So in your mind, you were getting prepared for what?
For something, I don't know.
Okay. And then Fatima's father came up, started talking to the two of you?
To her, yes.
Okay. Talking to her, right? You didn't know what was being said?
No, sir.
And when the conversation started, things were pretty calm? He was just talking to her?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then apparently she kept saying no, right? You weren't sure what they're saying because they're speaking Arabic, right?
Yes, sir.
But you were getting the impression that she was not agreeing with what he was saying.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then at that point is when you decided to, what'd you say, put yourself kind of in between them?
Not in between, but on the side, yes.
On the side? How far away were you from them?
I was pretty close.
Okay. Can you give me a definition of pretty close?
Like next to their arms.
Okay. So within a few inches.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're there, and then Mr. Ali grabs Fatima, by the
Yes, sir.
shoulder, you said, right?
Yes, sir.
And then at that point, did you decide that you were gonna stop that from happening and push his arm away?
Yes, sir. He was dragging her, like he was dragging her. He grabbed her, started dragging her, and then I tried to move my arm away.
Okay, so he had her by the shoulder,
hmm
and then he
I-
was pulling her, and then you decided to push him.
Yes, I put my hand on his hand and my hand on her shoulder to try to pull him apart.
Okay, and now that's what we saw in the video, right?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Okay, and then after you get into the view of the video there, then Fatima kind of falls off to the side, he turns around and gives you a punch in the head, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then after that, he's trying to take her away some more, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You want that to happen.
Yes, sir.
So you went and you punched him,
Yes, sir. Because he
knocked
punched
him to
me.
the ground,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And then while he was on the ground, you continued to punch him in rapid succession, right?
Yes, sir.
And maybe hit him 30 or 40 times,
Yes, sir.
okay? And maybe kicked him in the head 3 or 4 times.
Yes, sir.
Okay, meanwhile, Caleb is hitting him as well.
Absolutely. Yes,
And
sir.
then it was Caleb that dragged him across the ground,
Yes, sir.
okay? Your other friend Zayla was there as well.
Yes, sir.
She was punching him.
Yes, sir.
All of this is happening at once,
Absolutely. Yes,
yelling and screaming.
sir. Yes, sir.
So essentially, a pretty chaotic situation.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, you said you continued to punch him, and I believe you didn't testify to this, but what you had said before was you punched him until his head went soft, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and when you say that, what does that mean to you?
In the middle of his head, like when I kept punching, it just went soft.
It just went soft?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right. And his head went soft and he let go?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that was when all these other people started showing up?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so from that point on, did you see him move anymore?
No, man. Oh, no, sir.
No, sir. Okay. And then you were there just a few seconds. Haneen came in at that point, right after he had already let go of Fatima, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Haneen comes in and she starts yelling, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So she hadn't been there up to that point.
No, sir.
So the only
That's what
thing
he
she knew
wants
that was going
everybody
on
to
was
think,
that
though.
her father was laying there on the ground, right?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
And at that point, Fatima was no longer right there, right?
No, sir.
She had moved behind,
Yes, sir.
and she was sitting behind with her mother,
Yes,
right? Her mother had got there a few seconds before Haneen, right?
Absolutely.
So they're sitting on the ground back there. The man from the truck is sitting there on Mr. Ali's, on the ground next to Mr. Ali, holding him down. The bus driver was there for a short period of time, then he left, right?
Yes, sir.
And all the other people were gathered around,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay. And so at that point, you start having an interaction with Haneen, right? She's screaming, and then you start talking to her. As a matter of one point, you pushed her hand, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you were going to hit her again, but somebody stopped you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you were mad at Haneen.
Yeah. She grabbed my chain and broke my chain. She scratched my neck.
Okay. And did you ever tell anyone that?
Yes, my parents.
Okay. You didn't tell the police or anything that though?
I don't think so, but there's
Okay.
pictures.
All right. So she's there screaming. Her dad's laying on the ground. Her mom and her sister are back there behind him, and you're confronting her, pushing at her, and trying to hit her, right?
No, sir. Not trying to hit her.
You didn't bring your hand up?
No, more or less to like get her away from me. Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, at some point, was there a time when you pushed Fatima and her mother to the ground?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that was when they were behind Mr. Ali, and this was happening behind them?
Yes, when her mom was trying to take her. Yes.
Okay. All right. And at the time all this was happening, you said you were 16 years old?
Yes, sir.
And Fatima was 17?
Yes, sir.
Now, you had previously talked to your parents about dating Fatima, right?
Yes, sir.
And you knew she wasn't supposed to be dating anybody.
Yes, sir.
But that didn't concern you too much, the two of you dated?
Yes, sir.
Okay, secretly,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay. For how long?
For a little while.
Okay, this happened on October 18th. How much is a little while?
Can you repeat the question?
How long were you dating?
A full year at that point, a year and a couple months. No.
Don't be mean to him.
9 months. I'm sorry.
9 months?
Yeah, 8 to 7 to 9 months, around that range.
Okay, so you had started dating sometime in February.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you ever go to Fatima's house, have dinner with her family, anything?
Settle
No,
down,
sir.
Dad.
Did her family ever come to your house for dinner?
No, sir.
Did you ever have any interaction between the two families?
No, sir.
Okay. You met her sister Haneen on a couple occasions, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There was one time she gave you a ride somewhere,
Yes, sir.
and another time she saw you at a school dance or something. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Other than that, did you have any
Oh, yeah,
contact with
I
Haneen?
know.
Sometimes they would go to the park and I would be there.
Okay. So you would just happen to be there?
Their defense is honor
Was that
killing,
something that was set up for you and?
which isn't a defense in
Me and
America.
Fatima, yeah. We would go to the park and they would be there.
Okay, so you'd set it up to be there at the same time?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm with you, Wiggles.
All right.
I want to know what they're going to say.
Everything then, it's fair to say that you know about the Ali family you got from Fatima, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I didn't hear what you said when the prosecutor asked you if you'd ever talked to Mr. Ali prior. Had you ever spoken to him?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Members of the jury, we took a 10-minute recess a while ago, and normally we take a 15-minute recess in the afternoon. So we're going to take another 10-minute recess at this time. I'm going to ask the bailiffs to come forward and lead you back. Thank you. I say if you'll just stay there for a moment. You can go ahead and step down and then step outside the courtroom. Please be seated. I wanted to put the sidebar on the record that we had earlier this afternoon. We had a sidebar to discuss some logistical issues related to Isaiah's testimony, comfort item, and some things like that. And the parties were in agreement. Anything to add to that sidebar, Ms. Stone?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Kading? We had,
Did we talk about accommodation too? Did we need to put that on the record?
I said the logistics of cross-examination.
Oh, okay, that's what we're talking, okay, thank you, yes, Your Honor, nothing to add.
All right, Mr. Larry? All right, we will be in recess for 10 minutes. Thank you. All right, court's in recess.
Your Honor, I just pulled up a section.
Okay, I need you to wait until the prosecutor comes back.
away, right?
He had a place to go though.
Okay. Have you always gotten along?
I'm a Time Lord. Told you guys I was a Time Lord.
Please be seated. Mr. Leary, cross-examination.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Are you okay if I call you Isaiah?
Yes, sir.
All right. How's your summer going?
It's going pretty chill.
What are you doing this summer?
Watching my little brother.
Okay. You guys get along?
Absolutely.
Okay. Have you always gotten along?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Congratulations. All right. I appreciate you being here.
Yes, sir.
And if you do need to take a break, let me know, okay? So, we want to talk about October 18th last year.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, it's a day you probably remember a lot better than, say, October 17th or October 16th. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you were in class in first period
Yes, sir.
and Fatima comes to class, did you know where she had been that morning?
No, sir.
So you were surprised to see her?
Yes, sir.
Throughout the day, you did have an opportunity to have conversations with her. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And it was your understanding that she had run away. Fair?
Yes.
Okay. So when you were headed to the bus that afternoon, it was your understanding that she didn't want to go home, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you, from your standpoint, were going to help her not go home. Fair?
Yes, sir.
And so kind of your intention was when you see Dad, you were going to support her, right?
Absolutely.
And that meant potentially making sure that she didn't have to go home. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's why you were standing by her initially with Dad, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you were there to support her, correct?
Yes, sir.
And her decision to run away, right?
Yes, sir. She had a place to go though.
Right. But like, not home.
Yes, sir.
And you had told Caleb, your friend, basically, let me know if he's coming, right?
No, sir.
Okay. Did you know that he got out of the truck?
Yes, sir.
And how you saw him get out of the truck?
It was a little bit of both. I told Noah to let if he got out of the truck, and then he was like, seen him hop out the truck. Yes.
Okay. So you were kind of hyper aware.
Yes, sir.
All right. How many times had you seen, or how many times had his dad, I'm sorry, how many times had Mr. Ali seen you prior to October 18th?
He shouldn't have seen me.
Ever?
No, sir.
Okay. So may have known your name, but really had no idea who you were.
Absolutely.
Okay. And you didn't necessarily introduce yourself to him when he walked up. Fair?
No, sir.
Okay. So his focus appeared to be on his daughter, correct?
Yes, sir.
Having a conversation with her, correct?
Yes, sir.
Appeared calm at first,
Yes, sir.
and then as Fatima didn't want to go, things then kind of went downhill from there, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so then as you physically intervene, he doesn't necessarily know who you are, fair?
Yes, sir.
And so doesn't know you from, doesn't know Caleb, didn't appear to recognize anybody at the bus stop except his daughter, fair?
Yes, sir.
All right. So then we have the physical confrontation, right?
Yes, sir.
And, you know, we've seen the video. struggle, you getting punched initially, correct?
Yes, sir.
Fair to say that upsets you, right?
Absolutely.
Reasonably so. And then you then go over to him by the tree in the dirt area, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And then you punch him back, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then I think you testified to Mr. Kading that the punches were between 30 and 40 punches to him, correct?
Yes, sir.
Not successful at first, right?
Yes, sir.
But ultimately felt like it was successful in the end to get him to release her, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. Punching him hard?
Yes, sir.
You broke your hand, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long did that take to heal?
I'm not sure I remember, but it wasn't like a long, like, it was like not a long time, but not a quick time.
Okay. So, right hand or left hand?
Right hand.
And so like a knuckle?
Yes, sir.
And that presumably was from punching, fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I would like to show you Exhibit 34 with the court's permission.
You may.
Thank you. And as that's coming up on the screen, so the jury knows that this is from the transit video, and there's like 8 different cameras all throughout the bus, but this is the one that kind of provides the best picture, and it is labeled front, okay? Now, I have it queued up to 2:13:57. You see the little green time stamp on that? Can you read that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so at this point, we see the individual running across the street. Do you recognize that person?
No, sir.
Okay. You described 2 adults, correct?
Yes, sir.
At least 2 male adults, fair?
Yes, sir.
With one of them being the bus driver, correct?
Yes, sir.
And do you see the bus driver there?
Yes, sir.
And describe what he's wearing.
He's wearing an orange vest.
Okay. And then we see this other individual, and I think it'll become clear who he is as he runs in, okay? But at this point, you don't recognize or what his role is?
No, sir.
Okay. And it's really kind of hard to see a little bit, but what I would love for you to do is focus on kind of above the vest, the orange vest, and we're talking about, the screen just went black, so we'll wait till it comes back up, okay?
Yes, sir.
That's the Elmo. We did have a problem with that cable. That was yesterday.
Okay, I may need to go back to the desk, but. I'm gonna go back to the desk. Okay, all right, we're gonna adjust.
Yes,
Hang
sir.
tight. Okay. All right, here we go. A little technical difficulty, just unplugged. Give this another shot. Okay, so what I'd love for you to do is kind of watch in the next 3 seconds, kind of in the area above where the bus driver is leaning. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
And we're talking on the right side of the frame, kind of middle, okay?
Yes, sir.
And tell me if you see Fatima's mom arrive, okay?
Yes, sir.
will tell you that we did practice this on break. Okay, I'm gonna close this out and then reload it from the stick, okay?
What is that? That's a donkey? My eyes are old. I'm getting them checked in September. I'll have new glasses. I can see better.
Alright, so what you're seeing is all 8 versions, and I'm gonna close it out to get to just the one. And this is still Exhibit 34. And I'm gonna move it to 2:13:55. Okay, so we went back a little bit further. So it's about the next 5 seconds. You see the individual getting out of the truck on the
Yes, sir.
left-hand side? All right, and we have the bus driver leaning down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Did you see her mom walk in?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we paused it at 13:59. All right, and so who has the beige backpack on the left?
I believe that is Zayla.
Okay, Zayla?
Yes.
Okay. And when I say the left, I'm talking about the group of kids center right of the screen. Okay, so we know that Fatima's mom is on scene at 13:59. Would you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we know that the individual got out of the truck and he arrived roughly at the same time, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And at this point, have you been successful in terms of punching Mr. Ali to get him to release?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So now, I'm going to have you kind of identify where you are, because you're kind of moving around in this. So we're now playing at 13:59. Okay. I'm stopping it at 2:14:15, okay? So we're now roughly 15, 16 seconds after mom has arrived, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you have stood up and you are now, do you see yourself in there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where are you?
I am on the left.
Okay, and if the how would you describe yourself to the jury so they can tell who you are?
I am wearing the Nike backpack.
Okay, so it looks like kind of blue jeans or light blue pants
Yes, sir.
and a black hoodie,
Yes, sir.
and you've got a Nike backpack, and you are standing to the left of the bus driver, correct?
Yes, sir.
And it would appear that now a third male is just standing there, fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hey, Carla.
Okay, so now stopping at 2:14:22. So now this is roughly 22 to 23 seconds after mom's arrived, and now you are standing by what appears to be kind of like a small maple tree to the far left of the group, fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and again, we're still talking about the kids, the group of people center right of the photo.
Yes, sir.
No spike.
And what is your attention on at this point?
I think I was in shock. I was very unsure what was going on.
Okay.
At first, once they got to the ground, I was like, okay, that's her daughter, But once her hands started to get closer and Fatima said she couldn't breathe, that's when I like stepped in and tried to pull her away.
Okay. And so, and all of that happened kind of before mom got, right? So you were punching. Success. She's released. So that's roughly at about 2:14, right?
Yes, sir.
I have to assume adrenaline is just pulsing through your veins. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
Okay. And so you kind of get up and you've now walked around and are now 22 seconds after kind of a mark where we think that Fatima has been released. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're kind of standing around like,
What's going on?
what is going on?
Right.
Okay, this has been a relatively short period of time. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, you're still standing and, forgive me, I forgot her name with the beige backpack.
Zayla.
Say it.
Zayla.
Zayla?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so she was standing with you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, there appears to be a woman who she's holding something up. Is that Fatima's sister?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is she doing at this point?
She is being obnoxious in my face, recording, and asking me what I'm doing.
Okay. You're kind of frustrated, fair?
Absolutely.
Upset?
Absolutely.
Your focus throughout this whole process has been, I want to protect my girlfriend, correct?
Yes, sir.
And got in a very significant physical struggle with her dad, correct?
Yes, sir.
Feels like she's safe, you can kind of take a deep breath,
Right.
and then all of a sudden she's up in your face filming you, fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yelling at you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you yelling back, or at least standing your ground?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your attention is on her, fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now we're at 2:14:33 where I paused,
Yes, sir.
and we just saw that you raised your fist towards her, correct?
Yes, sir.
Didn't hit her.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you were not happy with her,
No,
correct?
because she grabbed me. Like,
Uh-huh. Yep. And so like there is now a confrontation between you and sister. Fair?
yes, sir.
Okay. And Zayla is now holding you back with sister, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we're now roughly 33, 34 seconds after mom's arrival, correct?
Yes, sir.
And up until this point, your focus really hasn't been on mom at all. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Because you're
I'm distracted.
taking a deep breath.
Right.
What is going on? I'm kind of walking over, right?
Yes, sir.
You then all of a sudden are thrust into a confrontation with her sister, right?
Yes, sir.
And it's not a confrontation that you started, right?
No, sir.
She walked up on you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And why the raised fist?
Because she got a hold of my forearm and I raised it back and like was thinking like, why did she do that? Like, why is she trying to get a hold of me?
Okay. Okay. And what message did you want to send her with the raised fist?
There was no message. It was more or less like a pullback, like a pullback of instinct, like don't touch me,
Okay.
you know, after what just happened.
Now, to be fair, it wasn't just a pullback. It was also kind of a message like, stop.
Right.
Okay. So now I want to take a step back before we return to the video, okay? So at this point, this hasn't gone particularly well. Would you agree?
Yes, sir.
Your hope when you walked out of that school was you guys were going to get on the bus together, right?
Yes, sir.
And so where you guys were going was at least in the same direction on the same bus, correct?
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, Dad was there, right?
Yes, sir.
And things kind of went off the rails, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have talked about kind of, you don't know what anyone's intentions are, right?
Right.
You know what's your thinking, fair?
Absolutely.
You don't know what dad is thinking, right?
Right.
You don't know what Fatima's thinking, right?
Right.
You don't know what her sister Haneen is thinking,
Absolutely not.
and you don't know what her mom is thinking, right?
Right.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
It's safe to say that you are kind of in camp Fatima, right?
Yes, sir.
That is who you are most interested in protecting, right?
Yes, sir.
Your girlfriend, correct?
Absolutely.
And who has suffered harm before your very eyes, right?
Correct.
At the hands of her dad.
Yes.
And then her sister is all of a sudden coming at you. It's like, this is part two, right?
Ridiculous.
Okay. So then you see her mom, correct?
Yes, sir.
And we're going to see this on the video in a second. She's on the ground with Fatima, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, walking into this situation, you expected that she didn't want to be with her dad, correct?
Yes, sir.
Didn't want to be with her mom,
Yes, sir.
didn't want to be with her sister.
Yes, sir.
And you were going to make sure and help her. So you were there to support her, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So eventually you come to her attention that she's on the ground with her mom, right?
Yes, sir.
And you didn't necessarily see how they got on the ground, right?
It was a little like scuffle between me, Zayla, and Fatima. Like we were trying to like pull her away, and Fatima was low-key trying to pull away. And like us due to the pulling, they fell to the ground.
Okay. And at this time, you can hear Mrs. Ali saying, my daughter, right?
Correct.
Okay. She sounded upset, crying,
Yes, sir.
okay. Worried?
I'm uncertain.
What's that?
I'm uncertain.
We're uncertain, okay. Okay, so we can fire back up. Thank you. If I may continue to publish on
You
it.
may.
Thank you. So this is, we're going back to Exhibit 34. I last paused it at 2:14:33. Okay, so this is just after you raised the arm up at Haneen, and then Zayla is attempting to intervene to keep you guys separate, right?
Correct.
Okay. Stopping at 2:14:40. So over this now time, Zayla has kind of pulled you back further towards the maple tree, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so for the record, and do you know why we talk about the record? So we have to describe what's on the screen.
Absolutely.
For the person typing, so this is ever read, they can kind of try to piece what we're looking at, okay?
Yes, sir.
So you got a group of people in the middle of the right-hand portion of the screen, and you see Zayla with the beige backpack who's kind of pulled you back, and you continue to be back until 2:14:40. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you continue to stand there, correct? And
Yes,
now
sir.
the bus driver has left, and we have, at 2:14:48, we have a really clear view of you and Zayla, and there's a woman in a white top. You know who that is?
Yes, sir.
Who's that?
Her name is just.
You know the woman in the classmate in the green pants?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That is Athena.
Athena, okay. So you guys are kind of separated from the group is somewhat dispersing a little bit at this point, fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I just paused it a little late, but did you see, let me rewind it a little bit, okay? And I'm gonna try to stop it a little early, okay? So
You indicate
I
where you
rewind,
moved it back to.
so I rewound it to 2:14:43, okay?
Yes, sir.
And I'm hitting play. We see the bus driver leaving. And you see, so we have the guy who we don't know in the blue jacket and green hat, right?
Yes, sir.
And then we can see Haneen, what appears to be Haneen, right?
Yes, sir.
And then in between those two, we can see an arm. And I think Ms. Stone was asking you about that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so we can then see your attention and Zayla's attention is now looking kind of down in the direction of Mr. Ali and potentially Fatima. Fair?
Yes, sir.
And it would appear that Fatima's already on the ground at this point, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's not really clear how she got on the ground at this point in the time right before this. Fair from the video?
Yes, sir.
Because we know that you were standing off to the corner of the maple tree, right?
Right.
And you were having this confrontation with Haneen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now your attention is focused and she is on the ground with her mom, correct?
Correct.
Now, we talked previously and I asked you, like how long she was on the ground for. And you had said astutely, well, which time, right? Because there was the time when she was on the ground with her dad, right?
Right.
And that was a long period of time, relatively speaking, right?
Yes, sir.
And then the time on the ground with the mom, you said was relatively brief, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So she's now on the ground. And this was the point where you were concerned about what she was doing, what mom was doing to daughter, right?
Correct.
Okay. Not when you were standing up.
No, sir. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. And not when she was running towards the school. The question about whether, she was grabbing her inappropriately was when she was on the ground, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I'm now stopping at 2:14:57, and it would appear that you're arguing again with Haneen, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Haneen is still continuing to kind of get in your face a little bit?
Yes, sir.
Okay, agitate?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Make me seem like I'm the villain.
I'm sorry?
Make me seem like I'm the villain because she was recording. So,
Okay, so I'm old.
yes, sir.
2 months ago, I got hearing aids. It was a little traumatic for me. So if you can repeat what you just said. So she got back up on you, and what did you say?
She was recording, like trying to make me seem like I was the villain.
She was recording and trying to make you seem like the villain.
Yes, sir.
And so what gave you the impression that she was trying to make you the villain?
She was continuously trying to get at me.
Okay. And wasn't she making accusations against you, like, you hit me?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember that?
Absolutely.
Okay. And you were like, I didn't hit you.
At all.
And the video doesn't show you hitting her, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. So you're focused on Haneen. This is 2:14:57. So now we are just a couple of seconds shy of 1 minute since mom got here, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I'm stopping at 2:15:03, and it appears that you go down to pull Fatima up. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
From mom's arms.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Starting again. Stopping at 2:15:14. And as this is going on, everyone else is just kind of standing around, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so like the guy in the blue jacket and hat, he's talking to another student, correct?
Yes, sir.
And is that Caleb with backpacks maybe?
I believe so.
Okay, and he's talking, and everybody's kind of standing around. The passerby with the hat who's holding Mr. Ali down, he's just sitting there, right?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ali's not moving,
Yes, sir.
and there's kind of the struggle where you are trying to pull Fatima up from her mom.
Absolutely.
Okay, and her mom doesn't really want to let her go, right?
No, sir.
Okay. But you succeed, right? And I'm hitting play. All right, so now at 2:15:21, I could see the backpack maybe at 2:20, I'm sorry, at 15:20, where the backpack gets up, and you have now started your way towards the school, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you're off to the school, correct?
Yes, sir.
You guys run.
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Ali is following you, correct?
Yes, so is Haneen.
And so is Haneen.
Yes, sir.
But mom isn't running, correct?
Not quite yet.
Okay. And really doesn't ever really,
Get to us, no sir.
yeah, you guys, with every passing moment, you guys are putting more ground on her, correct?
Yes sir.
And she was never, once she left this spot, she wasn't catching you guys, correct?
No sir.
And you never saw her again?
No sir.
Okay. So, on the ground, she's being held, so Fatima is sitting down on the ground at this point, right?
Yes sir.
Okay. And her mom is behind her,
Yes sir.
has her arms around her?
Yes sir.
Okay.
So
And she's-
can you describe how you just did your arms, please?
Fair enough, absolutely. All right, so I'm standing, but she was actually seated, right?
Yes sir.
And she had, and can you describe for me how her arms, I kind of raise my arms in kind of a circle motion, like
Yes, sir.
if Fatima is in, if her back is to my chest and I'm going around her,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes sir. Her back was towards her mom's chest, but her mom's arm was around not like her chest area, but more towards like her neck, shoulder area.
Okay,
Like
and
right
so,
here.
so, and you're, if I can now describe what you're doing, right? You have an arm that is, you know, upper chest, correct?
Yes sir.
You did not describe it like up against her neck, right?
No sir.
And from your standpoint is like, oh no, we're not doing this again, right?
Jill.
And that's why you intervened, correct?
Yes sir.
It was more concerned about where this could go as opposed to what you saw. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
Okay. And you know that it was time to put an end to this, right?
Absolutely.
She had the issue with dad, correct?
Yes sir.
And it was time to like, we're gonna get out of here, right?
Yes sir.
And you weren't gonna let mom stop, right?
No sir.
Okay. And Fatima had a hard time talking, right?
Absolutely.
Given what she had just gone through.
Yes sir.
Okay. And did you see her kind of pass out under dad?
Yes sir.
And did you see her kind of wake up afterward?
Yes sir.
And was it like a light switch?
No sir.
So it was kind of, she's coming back.
Slowly, yes.
Okay. All right. I don't have any further questions.
Yes sir.
I appreciate this.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Stone, redirect.
Touche.
Did you keep that exhibit? 601.
Here. What's that?
Do you want the sticky note? Can I take that off?
That's what I showed them.
We are close, okay?
Yes ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Kading had asked you some questions about whether essentially you caused Fatima and her dad to fall, or if they only fell after you punched him. What is your recollection of the status of Fatima and her dad when you made contact with them? Were they upright, standing solid, or were they in movement?
They were in movement.
So they may have been on their feet and they may have been on the ground following the punch, but those two things, are they necessarily related?
No ma'am.
Okay. And at the time that you punched Mr. Ali and they fell, did he already have his daughter in a headlock?
Yes ma'am. He was getting there, yes.
And Mr. Leary asked you about the injury to your hand. So let me ask you a question.
Yes
When
ma'am.
you were
Great,
punching
understand.
Mr. Ali, you know you broke your hand, is that correct?
Yes ma'am.
You knew after the fact?
Yes.
Okay. So did his head go soft or did your hand go soft?
It was probably my hand that went soft.
Okay. And I want to make sure that I understand, because throughout the period of time from the time that you see Mr. Ali put his daughter in a headlock to the time that man from the truck arrives and does whatever he does to Mr. Ali. Does Mr. Ali release his daughter at any point during that stage? Meaning, is he still choking his daughter throughout that period of time?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you say you believe you were successful, do you believe you were successful in getting her released prior to that, or as a result of the punches, or were you successful in punching him and then also he released his daughter? Does that question make sense?
Yes, can I say the second option? Or do I?
Tell me what you think.
He released when like when I was done punching him, like I knocked him out, and then that's like he just closed his eyes and.
At the same time that man got there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there wasn't something else that happened in between there that we had missed. Is that correct?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Just to be clear, you weren't, Fatima wasn't supposed to be dating you. You knew that. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And Fatima knew that.
Yes, ma'am.
So when Mr. Kading asked if you had dinner at their house, would you have been welcome to have dinner at their house based on what you knew?
No, ma'am.
Your Honor, speculation.
Sustained.
Were you ever invited over to their house?
No, ma'am.
Had you been to their house?
No, ma'am.
Had you been in front of their house?
Yes, ma'am.
Had you been asked to leave?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you weren't allowed to be in front of the house, is it fair to say you wouldn't have allowed to been inside of the house?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Like I said, not speculation.
And you'd known Fatima for quite a while at this point, is that fair?
Yes, ma'am.
So she had confided in you during the course of this time, is that correct?
Absolutely.
So when Mr. Kading asked you that everything you knew about the Ali family was based on Fatima, is that over the course of a lengthy period of time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And without giving any details, during your experience with Fatima, had you seen information consistent with those statements?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Had you had your own interaction with Mrs. Ali consistent with the information?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Mr. Kading showed you Exhibit 601. Do you remember, or excuse me, he asked you specifically about whether you had ever said anything about Haneen grabbing you in your chain. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
And he said you've never said that to anyone before. Is that correct? Do you remember that line of questions?
Yes, I remember the line of questions.
May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
May I approach? I'm going to show what's been marked as Defense Exhibit 601. I'm going to ask you to look at page 57
Yes, ma'am.
and lines 12 through 21, please. Review that silently and then look up at me when you're done. And did I give you an opportunity to look at that before we restarted today?
Yes, ma'am.
And by today, I mean this afternoon.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And based on what you reviewed in Exhibit 601, lines 12 through 21 on page 57, had you made that statement before about Haneen attacking you and grabbing at your chain?
Yes, ma'am.
Who did you make that statement to?
I believe an officer.
What are the initials next to line 12? Are there initials listed next to it? Or right before it, asking the question?
It says TL. I'm not
So
sure.
a TL, would that be Defense Counsel Tim Leary?
Yes, ma'am.
So defense, in fact, had previously asked you, and not Mr. Kading, but was Mr. Kading a part of that interview with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember doing that interview?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in fact, you've made that statement before to defense counsel when they asked.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I'll take that back. May I approach him?
You may.
When we talked about, well, let me back up. How would you describe Mr. Ali's size compared to you?
He's bigger than me.
And when you said he put he grabbed her, he put a hand on her. Was that hand a gently, come on, come with me? Was it something else?
It was something else.
Okay, so how would you describe the manner in which he grabbed her?
Aggressively.
And how would you describe her size compared to him?
Smaller.
Do you know how many times you punched Mr. Ali, or is that just a number that you are agreeing to because defense counsel provided it?
It's a number that I'm agreeing to. I'm unsure.
Okay, you haven't counted.
No, ma'am.
So let me make sure I understand. During the course of this, you have been struck by Mr. Ali during
Yes,
the
ma'am.
event. You've watched him choke his daughter. Is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
accurate? You have had mom touching you.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have a no contact order with mom at that time.
Absolutely.
And now you have the sister Haneen, who has scratched you, broke your chain,
Yes, ma'am.
and she's in your face,
Yes,
correct?
ma'am.
And so when counsel asks you, you don't know what any of these individuals' intentions are you watching their actions?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
And are you gathering information about their intentions based on the actions that they're taking towards you and the other children on scene that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Last question. When, I don't recall plainly if it was Mr. Kading or Mr. Leary, but when they asked about, I believe it was Mr. Kading, said when you were inserting yourself into this situation, this is a situation, was this a situation that you initiated or that you were sent off on by school officials?
Can you rephrase the question?
Sure. Did you tell Fatima, hey, I coordinated this nonprofit stay for you, and let's go get on this bus together? Or was that information given to you by other adults that worked at the school?
Other adults that worked at the school.
So when they sent you out, they sent you with Fatima out to do that thing, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this isn't something that you personally have inserted yourself in versus being, I don't know if directed is the right word, directed, invited, acquiesced by the school. Is that fair?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the adults involved in this situation knew this plan, created this plan, and were a part of this plan. Is that fair?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Thank you.
Mr. Kading, recross?
If I could just try to clarify. Your Honor, if I may approach the witness with Exhibit 601,
You may.
page 57.
Thank you.
I'm looking at that exhibit on that page. Did you ever say on that page that your chain was broken?
Yes, sir.
You did. Can you tell me on which line you said that?
Line 12.
What does it say?
I'm not sure this is the correct wording.
Okay, hang on. Let me take a look and see what you're looking at. All right, line 12. Could you read that into the record for me, please?
I'm having a hard time understanding. Can you read it for me?
I'm
Okay.
sorry, I didn't hear that.
I was having a hard time understanding it. I asked him if he could read it to me.
I'm not sure. Your Honor, would you allow me to read the line to him?
Yes.
Line 12, Isaiah Williams. You said, yeah, like Haneen, like it was an identical chain to this one. She came ripping up very fast, and she was trying to, she grabbed me, scratched my face a little bit, started to grab me, and I, pushed, stepped on, football step on her on and off, and her mom's trying to get me, I'm just trying to football step on her, and Fatima just starts to take off running. That's how it reads. I read that. I didn't see anything about her breaking your chain.
It wasn't step. I stepped on her, not a football step. I don't know what that is.
Okay, I'm just reading the answer that you
Yes,
gave.
sir. I understand.
Okay, just to clarify, I just wanted to make sure I hadn't missed anything. Thank you. No further questions.
Mr. Larry, recross?
One short issue. So when Mrs. Ali approached the scene,
Yes, sir.
she went to her daughter, is that correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. She didn't go to you, correct?
No, sir.
Didn't try to talk to you?
No,
correct?
sir.
And her attention was on her daughter, correct?
Absolutely.
You then went to her and kind of extracted Fatima, correct?
Correct.
You went running off to the school, correct?
Yes, sir.
She followed at some distance, but then just didn't go anywhere. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Any further direct examination?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
May this witness be excused?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Just a moment. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Larry? Isaiah, you are excused. You may step down. You're free to stay in the courtroom or
Yes,
leave
ma'am.
however you so desire.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. At this time, I'm going to ask the bailiffs to come forward in just a moment, lead you back to the jury room, and then you're going to be excused for the day. We are going to resume at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Please, truly thank you for your time and attention. And remember all of the instructions that I have given you. Ensure that you continue to be vigilant and ensure that you do not receive any information about this case other than in this courtroom. Thank you. Please be seated. Mr. Kading, we specifically addressed an issue at sidebar related to the examination of Isaiah. And then you asked him exactly what we talked about not doing, not asking him to read from the transcript. Ultimately, it was too short of a time for me to interject. I thought I would call more attention to it by doing that. And he handled it pretty well by asking you to read it to him. But when we discuss how we're going to handle things, I expect the lawyers to follow what we are going, what has been stated will happen and or will not happen.
Understood, Your Honor. My understanding was the prosecutor had him just read it seconds before and had him answer questions based upon what he read. He stated that it said in there that his chain had been broken. I didn't know what to do at that point since it didn't say that.
You could have asked for a sidebar. We could have taken a recess. Specifically, we talked about not asking him to read. You asked him to read in front of the jury the transcript. I'm just indicating that I would like those parameters followed.
I apologize, Your Honor. I thought he had read it just seconds before. I didn't know it was going to be an issue, and I apologize.
All right. Any issues from the state's perspective, Ms. Stone, before we recess?
No, Your Honor, I think no, thank you.
All right, and you expect 2 witnesses tomorrow morning, and then we expect...
Whoa. Does he have a learning disability or something where he has difficulty reading or reading comprehension or something like that? Is that what the issue is?
Mr. Kading, any issues before we recess this afternoon?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Larry, day this was and whether or not it was last week or this week. But when we discussed the fact that Dr. Stankus would be testifying out of order, I requested that Mr. Kading, you and Ms. Stone work up just some really short language that I can read to the jury about taking the witness out of order. Do you have that language?
We do, Your Honor. We have agreed language. Mr. Kading proposed it. I made some minor corrections is not the right word, so minor adjustments to it. It is agreed language, it's in email, and I sent it back to Mr. Kading, so I will defer to defense counsel. Otherwise, we can print it out and give it to the clerk to hand to the court. It's literally 2 sentences, I think.
All right.
That's my recollection.
And I do have it here somewhere.
So you can just print it and then provide it to me tomorrow morning, please?
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. All right. We'll be in recess until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Thank you.
All rise, court's in recess.
Okay, guys. I was going to do a little bit from today's, but it's almost 5, and I have to cook. I feel like I got a burp. There it was, teeny tiny burp. So, and I have to cook dinner for my husband. He'll be home in a little while. So, in the morning, we will try to get caught up. So today was day 4. We will do day 4 in the morning. I will speed it up a little bit and try to get us through it. I'm going to stream Saturday to get us caught up. And I know that Judy's going to fuss at me. But I don't know if I'm going to be streaming Monday or not. And we've already gotten way behind because of my doctor's appointments. And I don't know how long I'm going to be at the hospital. I don't know if I'm going to be groggy all day and not be able. I probably won't. I'm probably going to wake up and be like, let me at the computer. But I don't know. So, I mean, it's just a simple little, it's not even a surgery. It's a procedure. It's not even, I don't even know why they're putting me under anesthesia for it, to be honest. But, so I'm going to, we will be caught up before Monday because whatever we don't get done of this week, tomorrow, we will get caught up Saturday. And then we'll be playing catch up Monday because of my surgery. I mean, catch up next week because of my surgery on Monday. But we're going to do this one. Wait, Monday is a no stream. Why? Well, that'll work out even better. We won't have to keep playing catch up. Why is Monday a no stream? It's not a holiday or they wouldn't be having surgery. I know that. Well, that'll be good. I'll stream Saturday and then I'll just take all of Monday off. And then you won't have to fuss at me. Because I'm going to get plenty of rest Monday. Whether I stream or not on Monday. Oh, you're Monday is a no stream. Oh, you're saying Monday is a no stream for me. Is that what you're saying? Okay. All right. Yes, mother. Okay. It's just they're going to make a teeny tiny incision somewhere and just pull it out and disconnect whatever it's connected to inside there. That's all. It's going to take the putting me to sleep and waking me back up is going to take longer than it's going to take to take it out. It's not going to be a big deal. I'm going to be fine. Trust me. I've had surgeries where I have been up and, feed me. And we go to a restaurant and I eat everything I can get my hands on. And then I'm up the rest of the day doing whatever. And when I had my shoulder replaced, I was like, okay, get me situated, dressed, and tell me how I have to hold my arm because my husband has to go back to work when we get home. And they were like, what? We usually recommend that somebody stay with him for at least the first 48 hours. I'm like, no, I'll be fine. He's like 15 minutes away. I can call him if I need him. It's fine. I'll be fine. Just make sure you've got the sling and everything set so I know exactly how I'm supposed to hold it and not move it. So if I need to like try to change a shirt or something, or that I don't dislodge anything in here, and they're just looking at me like, oh my God, are we really sending her home with no one to take care of her? I'm like, I'm fine. It's fine. It's all fine. If you people if you people knew what I've been through, you'd be like, no problem. This is nothing. Really, it's nothing. Promise you guys, it's nothing. Okay. Well, I will see you in the morning at 8 o'clock and we will get caught up. Darn it. We're gonna get caught up. I promise. We are gonna watch this one all the way to the end. Promise. And like Wiggles, I want to know what their defense is too. And Jill, I want to know. I don't think they said it. I don't think they said it in the opening. I think all they said was that, their daughter had run away and they were there trying to get her to come back home or something. Like, I don't think they literally said a defense as to why he was choking her. If they did, I don't remember. Because the only way to defend that is to say we are Muslim and in our culture we have arranged marriages, and we had arranged a marriage for her and she ran away because she didn't want to go to Iraq and have that arranged marriage, and they're not allowed to say that. So they can't use that defense. And like I've said several times since this trial started, it doesn't matter because that's not legal in America. I don't know. But they had their bonds like $1 million a piece, right, Judy? Wasn't it $1 million a piece? Because and I don't know, are they dual citizens? But they have they have the means to go. Oh, well, I don't know about Spicy. We missed you. The boyfriend testified. Well, actually, this was yesterday's because I ended up at the doctor most of the day today because I found out today I'm having surgery on Monday. So, which is a first. Like, I talked to the doctor about it Tuesday. That never happens. Like, usually it's like, oh, sure, we'll do it. I'll have the schedule call you. And then you're like, are they ever going to call me? And then when they call 2-3 weeks later, then it's like 2 months out, you get your surgery date. And it's like, she calls me today and then we can do surgery on Monday. I'm like, oh my God. I don't know about Spicy, but the boyfriend testified. But this was from yesterday afternoon. So tomorrow we're gonna do wait. Okay, I'm confused. Today was day 5 or day 4? What day is this? Day 3 afternoon. So today was day 4. So we're caught up through day 3. So tomorrow we're gonna do day 4 and 5. Hopefully we'll catch up to the live tomorrow. If not, I'm gonna stream on Saturday. But it was interesting. But one thing really upset me because Isaiah said the way that they fell was because he had Fatima, her back to his chest with his arm around her. And so Isaiah was pushing on his arm and her shoulder to separate them. Trying to see how would that. So her shoulder would be here. his arm. So pushing his arm off and her shoulder back, I guess. I don't know. Because of course we can't see the video, so but that's kind of the way he described it. He was pushing her shoulder and his arm. So I guess it made them get off balance and they fell. And one of the kids said that they tripped and fell. But the dad's attorney said that they were fighting and that Isaiah plowed into them and knocked them over. And no one has said that happened. No one. Because he says that injury that she got, the one that I can never remember the name of, the thing about the air going out of the lungs into the wrong space, that was because of her hitting the ground while her air was cut off. And so he's blaming that on Isaiah, not on the dad, which is wrong anyway. It's wrong anyway you look at it. Because Isaiah's not the one that was cutting her air off. The dad was cutting her air off. He accidentally made them fall by trying to rescue her away from him. They lost their balance and fell. That is not Isaiah's fault at all. He was trying to save her. If the dad hadn't been cutting off her air and she fell down, that wouldn't have happened. So, and also, lungs are weird. So a pneumothorax is where your lung collapses. I've had patients, I worked in pediatrics. I've seen one kid, but it happened to him more than once. Teenager, sitting in school, at a desk, doing paperwork, like, not in a sports situation, not anything like that, just sitting in class. His lung collapsed. And it happened twice. So, lungs are weird. Like, you don't have to do any crazy thing and your lungs can just do whatever. It's bizarre. It really is bizarre. So, I don't like that attorney because I don't blame Isaiah at all for that lung and it wouldn't have mattered if that lung thing had happened or not, because anytime you can get pulmonary edema, anytime your lungs are irritated, your lungs will fill with fluid. Your lungs get inflamed and they get wet and gooey and like anytime a kid would have like a near drowning incident, even if the kid was perfectly fine and they were breathing fine and their oxygen saturation was good, they still kept them overnight for observation because you can still drown hours later in your own fluid. Because anytime there's injury to the lungs, your lungs will get all inflamed and produce fluid and you can actually dry drown. It's dry drowning. So it wouldn't have mattered if that other, whatever, I can't remember what he called it. Like I said, I've never heard of that condition before. It must be super rare because I've never heard of it. But whatever that wasn't the main thing. Like they would have kept her for observation anyway because she had been strangled. She would have at least been there overnight no matter what. So like that lawyer is trying to blow that thing like all out of proportion and blame it on her boyfriend. And that ticks me off. Oh, that ticks me off. As a pediatric nurse, that ticks me off. Because like I would have been taking care of her if she come to my hospital, because it's the pediatrics. And yeah, I would have been mad if I'd been her nurse. Oh, I would have been so mad if I'd been her nurse. Yeah, he did. He said he pushed them, but like trying to push them apart. Is that what it looked like? He was trying to push them apart? So, yeah, but like he made it sound like he ran and like jumped on them. Like, like tackled them to the ground was kind of like how he made it sound. And then I think another kid said that they tripped and fell, and then several kids said that they weren't sure how they ended up on the ground. But at any rate, I think the prosecution has clearly proven their case this time. I mean, I don't think, like, they could stop now. Everybody's had the same story. And there might be like teeny tiny differences, but basically it's because of the chaos. Because it was so chaotic, it's hard for everybody to see exactly every little thing that happened. So, but, this case is awful. But I have such a great chat and great lurkers. You guys have been so good. I'm so proud of y'all. Nobody has made any bad, racist, cultural, religious, anything. He ran and pushed them? Well, okay, but she was being choked. And he'd already been punched. Well, okay. Well, I don't blame him. If someone was choking me, I'm sure Travis would run over to try to get them off of me. I mean, that makes sense. But I still don't blame him for that. They hit the ground. I mean, they could have ended up on the ground whether or not he did anything. I'm just, I complain about kids nowadays not respecting their elders and stuff like that. And I wonder if it would have been different in my day. Because I kind of wonder, like, because we were taught to be super respectful to people older than us. And we never, like, when we were watching the Menendez trial on Legal Bites channel, there was a lot of disagreement about the Menendez brothers, and there still is to this day. But we talked a little bit about abuse and how it was seen back then and the way it's seen now. And now it's like, see something, say something. Back then, that was the way they were parented, and you were never to say anything about the way another parent parents. You could go home and tell your parents, but you did not. If someone had come to school, and even if they had dragged your friend screaming and hollering out of school to the car, you did not interfere. That was their parent. You didn't know what was going on. That was their way of disciplining them. They must have done something wrong and made their parents mad, and you left it alone. And that's the way it was when I was growing up. So I'm just so proud of these kids. But like I said, I wonder, had it been a different generation taught differently, if it would have had the same outcome. So, yeah. Yeah, it is a totally different generation. But, yeah, I don't know that it would have. I mean, I don't think anybody would have stood there and let him unalive her. But I don't think it would have been as swift of a reaction. I think everybody would have, like, at first been like, what are you doing? And then realize what was going on, and then try to do something. And I don't think we would have jumped in to do it ourselves. I think we would have probably run to get a teacher or something. It's just, we were raised differently. Like, kids nowadays are, and sometimes unrightly so, independent and headstrong, and I can do it. I don't need an adult. And, and sometimes it's aggravating. It's like, sometimes it's like, you're not grown yet. You don't act like that around me. You're not grown yet. Don't do that, But, yeah. Well, yeah, they should still get an adult. I noticed none of them did that. They just started beating on the guy. But, and then the one kid said that everybody was yelling, call 911, call 911, but no one was doing it. And so he pulled out his phone and started calling 911. But yeah, different times, man. It's weird. It's weird. But yeah, I know what I would have done. I would have run into the school and got an adult. I would have run and got a teacher and said, Fatima's dad's out there choking her. I wouldn't have got into it with the, physically into the whatever. I would have run and got an adult, because that's just, you're a kid and you don't confront an adult when they're especially doing something to their own kid. That's just the way, that was the 80s. So weird, and I am so proud of these kids, and it's got to be hard to get up on that witness stand and have to say all this stuff over and over again, and man, and I don't think they're gonna take the stand though, because their English isn't that well. Dad's English is probably okay, because in that culture, men are allowed. Well, I don't know. I'm going by what I know from like TV and movies and stuff like that, and I don't know if the culture has changed. I'm probably thinking about way long ago. I don't know if it's still like that or not. I know it used to be like women couldn't Middle Eastern women, like they weren't allowed to learn to read and stuff like that. I don't know if that's still the same. But and they used to be treated like property. I don't know if that's still the same either. But I imagine he probably speaks better English than she does. And I guess the kids were born and raised here, so they're probably bilingual, but they don't, Fatima didn't have an accent. But he might be able to speak enough English to testify if he wants to, but I don't think Mom does. But I don't know that he would. Because what is he going to say? Well, she didn't do what I wanted her to, so I tried to kill her. There is no, oh, yeah, makes sense. I was thinking kid says property, but she said on the stand that one of her fears about going to Iraq was that she'd never get to come back. And she said she felt unsafe there. So, shoot, I'd feel unsafe here if my mom and dad wanted to marry me off to an older man when I was, 17? I'd feel unsafe. That's disgusting. They never said how much I never heard how much older the man was. They haven't said it at all in the trial because they're not allowed to mention it. Which I wish they would, but I don't think they're going to have a hard time finding them guilty, even not knowing that. It's on video, and every single person that's been on the stand has recounted the same account, so I don't see a problem. I'm anxious to get to the defense case, just like Jill and Wiggles, because I want to know what their defense is too, because they didn't really say anything in opening other than just that she had run away and they went to bring her back home. They didn't say anything. Unless I missed it, I don't remember them saying a reason for the choking. Like they were just looking for her because she had run away. 60s. Oh my God. Well, that's not honor. That's greed. That is not honor. That is greed. That has nothing to do with honor. Well, that's even worse. Good Lord. Okay. Well, on that note, I'm go cook dinner. Okay. Be nice to people. Love your family. And Jesus loves you. And so do I. I will see you in the morning at 8, and we will get caught up before my surgery on Monday. Bye, guys.